Good morning and welcome to our lesson today, where I want us to talk about the front office. Yeah, front office. Front office refers to a term that is used to define a central place where we have the contact with the guests. Yeah, so this is the first point of where a guest comes into contact with our organization. Therefore, a front office is very, very important, and especially for some of us who are pursuing a course in catering and accommodation and the hospitality, that will enable you to be able to understand in depth what are some of the requirements of a front office. So basically, a front office is an office where we have the first contact with the guests. Okay? Yeah, so it is very important for you to be able to define what a front office is, and we say this is a term that is used to cover the various sections which deal with reservation, allocation, reception, billing, and payment. So under the front office, we get to see small subsection that are involved in different tasks. For example, accommodation, allocation, okay, billing, and payments. So these combined responsibilities are handled in a front office. So a front office is very, very important in an organization. So under the front office, we have got the different departments that you would get in a front office, or small sections that you would get in a front office. Now, what are some of these sections? Yeah, we've got a section called the reservation section. Okay, we've got the registration section. Yeah, we also have got the switchboard, which I'm going to talk about the switchboard in details. The switchboard, we also have got something called the night audit. Okay, then we also have this other section like the travel desk. Yeah, so these are some of the departments. Travel desk. Yeah, we've got the concierge. Yeah, the concierge. Yeah, and we also have got the cashiering. Okay, now these are some of the subsection or small sections that you would find in a front office. Now each section has got its own duties, or has got its own specific duties that are handled in this kind of section. So for example, when we talk about the reservation, what are we talking about? So under reservation, this is where when guests come into our organization, either through face to face is where they walk into our hotel, or where they are able to make contact through an email. Yeah, where they write an email. Yeah, getting to know certain information, and maybe where they also make a call. Okay, they can make a call to make an inquiry about the reservation. Now, when you hear the word reservation, this is a department or a small subsection under the front office that is involved in reservation or booking in advance of accommodations. Yeah, so for example, you're planning to come and stay in our hotel maybe next month, maybe on 1st of October. So what you will do, you will make an inquiry. Yeah, and if the prices and everything are okay, you will make something called a reservation. So reservation basically revolves around booking for accommodation in advance. Okay, so this section called the reservation is involved in reservation is involved in reservation of accommodation in advance. Okay, then we've got this other section that we call the front office section. Now the front office section is where, or it's involved with receiving the guests. Yeah, the guests come into our organization, they are received at the front office desk. Okay, so that particular subsection is involved with receiving guests, registering of the guests, assigning the room, yeah, and the room keys, etc. So this front office section is involved in that. Yeah, registering a guest, yeah, giving or allocating rooms, providing the keys, etc. Then we also have a small section that we call the bell desk. Okay, the bell desk now, yeah, when you walk into that hotel, this is the department that will help you carry your luggage, perhaps from your car, yeah, walk you through to the front office. So from the front office, when you're done with the registration and the allocation, this bell desk section is involved with providing you with a helping hand in carrying your luggage to your hotel room. That is what we call the bell desk. Okay, then we have another subsection that we call the travel desk section. So for example, you've come into our hotel, and while you're staying with us, you'd want to go and visit the national park. Okay, but since you're not familiar, or you're not very conversant with tourist scenes in that particular area, the travel section will assist you to make enough or to make arrangements for you either to visit the national park, yeah, or to go to Masai Mara, or maybe to go for a road show, yeah, to go to the Rift Valley escarpment. So this subsection is involved with internal travel when you're staying in our hotel. Okay, then we've got the business center. Now the business center is involved with, for example, you come to a hotel and maybe you'd want to make use of the internet. So this particular section is involved with providing the communication devices, perhaps maybe something like a laptop, okay, something like a laptop, something like like a projector. Maybe you want to conduct a meeting, yeah, while you're staying with us, so they'll provide a room for you, they'll provide a projector, etc. Okay, then we've got another section that we call the concierge. Yeah, the concierge is involved with providing information about the local services that are available. For example, you've come to a hotel and maybe you want to go to the bank. Okay, so this department is able to give you information about the banks that are available within that location. They will also give you information about some travel in case you need to travel out of town, etc. Of course, we have the cashiering section. Now, this section is the section that is involved with maintaining records of your bills. When you come to a hotel, you're going to enjoy different services. Now, these services also have to be paid. So, there's a department that is involved in that we call the cashiering department. We have another department that we call the communication and the telephone section. Now, under this, perhaps while you're staying with us, you'd want to make some telephone calls. So what will happen is you can make those telephone calls through the switchboard. Remember, we said we have a department called the switchboard, which we are now calling the communication and telephone section. Okay, so those are the main subsection that you would find in the front office department. And now this section are also managed by different personnel. Different personnel means different people who manage these sections. So we have different people who are involved with managing this section. So we have something in an organization that we call the front office organization chart. Now, the front office organization chart is designed to give information about how different departments or the small subsection are correlated, and the overall management. For example, if it's a hotel, you'd always have the person who is responsible for that hotel, and this is the person we call the general manager, or what we call in short the GM. So the GM is involved with this, is the overall boss of a hotel. Now, under a GM, we've got somebody we call the front office manager. Now, the front office manager is now the person who comes second. And they also have got several responsibility, like ensuring that the guests who come into our organization are treated well, to make sure that the guest information is available, to ensure that the guests enjoy their stay while they are with us. But under this front office manager, we've got some other small subsection. Like we've got the front office desk agent, we've got the reservation agent, we've got the switchboard operator, we've got the front office cashier, we've got the uniformed staff, and we've got the night alternate. All these small subsection report to the front office manager, and these small subsections have their own duties and responsibilities. So basically, a front office is where so much happens, and therefore there's need to have some very good coordination between the small subsection that are involved. Now, as we study this particular unit called the front office, we should be able to understand what it entails, the different personnel that work in this front office, some of their duties, some processes. Like for example, when a guest comes to our organization, how do you register them? Yeah, what is the process of registration? Okay, so basically this is what will revolve around the study of this unit. So in our next lesson, I also wanted us to have a Zoom session so that we're able to discuss other things in details and also have some interactions. Otherwise, I want to take this opportunity to wish you a very good day, and please make sure that you write your notes, yeah, so that you're able to move forward as a team. Thank you.